Welcome to Walker Arts Center in beautiful downtown Minneapolis, Minnesota, where we have a guy who holds a book and stands very still, a giant blue cock, a spoon bridge, and loads of other things that make no sense whatsoever. Hey everybody, Ryan Nelson here, and sorry about that intro. It's kind of ridiculous, I know, but today I wanted to show you how you can do that little film grain texture dust effect and add it to your video and make it look kind of neat. So let's get to it right after this. All right, well, this is a pretty easy effect to do. Now, there's probably a million different ways you can add film dust, grain, texture, scratches, and things like that to your video. But I'm gonna show you the technique I used for this video up here, and let's dive right in. Okay, so first thing you're gonna wanna do is open up Photoshop, hit Command M, create a new document. You can either type in your dimensions here, or go over to Film and Video and just select 1920 by 1080. It doesn't really matter because it's just for dirt effect, so we're not going for super crisp, clear imagery here. So aspect ratio doesn't matter quite as much with this one because we can always zoom in, zoom out, and we're gonna do that a little bit anyway. Be sure to change that background color to black and then hit create. Now you can hit F to go to full screen. The next thing you're gonna wanna do is go up to filter, noise, add noise. Then you're gonna wanna take this up in the hundreds, in the low hundreds somewhere. Check that to Gaussian and make sure that is monochromatic. You don't want all those funky colors around. So we're gonna hit OK on that and then go back up to filter, filter gallery. Go into your sketch tab and do torn edges. Now play with these sliders a little bit until you start getting some kind of like dust speckled shapes and effects. So I've got 5, 13, 22. Looks all right to me. Hit OK. Now I swear the first time I did this stayed black with specks of white. But now it's obviously white with specks of black, so I'm gonna go up to Image, Adjustments, and Invert, or you can just hit Command I for Invert. Now it looks like we're looking up into space, which is what we want. Now to add a little bit more film timey old look to this, we're gonna do one more round of filter, noise, add noise. But this time we're gonna take the amount down to somewhere around 9.5. Let's call it 9.5. Now we're getting a little bit of that really, really fine grain texture in there. Okay, so now go ahead and save this. So we'll save as, call it dust, the file type to TIFF or JPEG, and then add that to your project folder. Okay, so once that's saved, open up Premiere Pro, and then find your dust file, and then drag that into your project bin in Premiere Pro. Drag that above your video file. Immediately you're saying, okay, what's going on here? Now it just looks like my video is of the stars. Simple fix here, we go up, click on that into your effects controls. Under your blending mode, you can either change it to lighten, screen, color dodge, linear dodge, or lighten color. Lighter color. Any of these will work, and they all work in different forms, fashions. Some are a little bit more intense than others, so just play around with it and see which one you like best, what works for your video. I'm gonna go with lighten on this one. And it's a little bit harsh, so I'm gonna take my opacity down, 50%. So now if we play this, it's starting to look a little more old-timey, but there's still a problem of it's just very static, it's very still, it's not moving. So one way you can go about making this move is just add a couple of keyframes in your effects control. You can go up to your scale, in your position, add a couple of keyframes, go a little bit farther down in the track, and then add another couple of keyframes, maybe zoom in 10% and, you know, slide it a few pixels up and down. So now when you play that, the dust moves a little bit within the video. So you can go and set different keyframes throughout and just have that dust kind of move around and zoom in, zoom out, warp a little bit. You can add different effects. There's really nothing you can do wrong here. You can add different video effects, add different zoom scales, different positions, even set the opacity to come in and out. Now, if you want more of a jittery effect, what you can do is come down, hit C on the keyboard, and just start cutting this into different sections. Each frame has its own section, so we can go into here, and this one's at 100, you know, standard. We can go to the next frame and set this to 105, and kick that over just a couple of pixels. We go to the next one and set it at 108 scale and bring it down to 950. That one's at 103. This is at, get it at 110. Put this one at 105 again. And this is gonna take a little bit of time, but it'll give it a little bit more of a jittery feel. So what I can do now is select all my clips, move them up so video 1 is clear, has nothing on it. I can go down, I can select these clips that I just adjusted to bounce around a little bit. I can Command C on those and hit Command V. Do that a bunch. That'll paste that into video 1, select all those, drag them back up into video 3. Now if I play that, it kind of just jitters back and forth as it'd be like a piece of film or something stuck in the projector that's just shaking around but won't quite rattle itself loose. And that might work better with like a film scratch or a piece of hair or something in there. But you kind of get the idea of what we're going with here. But there aren't necessarily any rules on what you can do and what you can't do here. Just have fun with it. Now this is one of those things, once you get into it, it's fun just playing around with things and tinkering with this and, oh, let's see if this works, and maybe I'll try to match it up with the motion of the video so it kind of flows with it. That's fun too. There's no wrong way to do this. There are, like I said, there's 100, probably 1,000 different ways you can add this to your video and give it that old-timey look. This is just one way that I've done it so far. Now, alternatively, you can get online and buy different templates to put on here, but with as easy as this is, there's not really any need for that unless there's something very specific that you want and you don't really want to take the time to create it. Now, I didn't come up with this whole process on my own. I had a little bit of help. I want to give a big thank you to Justin Odisho. I think I said that right. But anyway, his video, I'll link it up here. Yeah, right up there. Check, just go ahead and click that and I'll wait. Okay, you back? Cool, let's keep going. That video helped me out a lot on how to create this dust. So if you checked out that video, you realize that the beginning part is about the same, just how I added it into Premiere Pro and added a little motion video effect to it so it worked with video as well. I hope you guys find that useful. I know when I was looking for something on how to do this, I really didn't find anything. Everything for this kind of tutorial is based in the photo side of things. So I just tried to take that and adapt it to video. I think it worked. What do you guys think? Did you like it? Do you not like it? Have you done this before? And then how do you do it if you do it? I'd love to know. Let me know in the comments below. And now I'm just starting to sound like a poet, so I'm gonna shut up. All right, everybody, thanks for hanging out with me today. If you like this video, give me that thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button down there. Leave me a comment, let me know what you think, and I will see you guys next time.